Now, let me explain a little bit more about that smartphone. I have shared my phone screen now. First of all, there are some parts that you need to pay attention to installing ChatGPT. But here you go to the Play Store and search for us, ChatGPT. Since Beauty Collection is so popular, there are a lot of fakes. So if you look here, there are a lot of companies related to various ChatGPTs and various strange things like this. What you need to pay special attention to is that I have it installed now. The point that says Chat here must be opened by the manufacturer to open it. Maybe now. I laid it, but I went in with a whippity like now. But since it was installed here, the person who installed it will come out as an installation dam. Then this is normal. But Google Play Stock. I went to the Google Play Store and searched for ChatGPT, and the place that says OpenAI says if it is installed. Then you put the wrong ChatGPT. You put it wrong. You must be careful about this. And then like this, if you go in now, if you log in, you go in, and now here you ask questions. And now you go to the questions. You can enter the ones that you enter with your Google ID. So, just like the Kijim Peach used on PC, for example, here is the generative type. If you search like this, I will search for you. There is also a function that searches and gives you a very good search. When you look at a web browser, there are two parts, but when we look at it on a PC, the screen is large, so you can see me on the left. You can see everything you see on the right at once. But this part that is shown on the smartphone now is too small. It's small, so I can use my fingers. If you slide to the left, you will also see a search box to look at a while ago. And then the chat history of the chat you chatted with is also shown here. So I want to see the part about the chat history that I did. And then you can see the part about the chat history. The ones on the left and right are mainly for chatting or writing. The parts on the left are searched, and then the usage history that I wrote. All these parts are stored here. I think you can write them carefully. After that, if you want to chat again, you can see it in the upper right corner. It's a new chat, so if you press New Chat, the current chat record will be lost and a new chat will be available again.
Now
Then there is a sign with a voice here. There is a mark, and there is a micro sign. But the difference between the two is that I have to speak to the things that are marked with the microphone and always send them to him. There's this part on the right that is just in voice mode. You can choose this part and just have a conversation. Don't use a microphone. I'm going to talk to this one on the right, which is in conversation mode.
Let me have a conversation.
Lately, we've been making a lot of noise about whether to impeach President Yoon Suk-yeol of the Republic of Korea or cite him. but could you please look up the latest articles on the internet and tell us which one is more likely?
I'm searching now. Tell me.
The impeachment trial is currently underway, and the Constitutional Court may announce the sentence in April. The exact date of the sentencing has not yet been determined.
Then when you think about it, do you think it's going to be quoted? Do you think it will be a standby angle? The Constitutional Court's decision takes into consideration various factors.
It's hard to predict because it comes out. I think we have no choice but to wait for the results now.
Then, no, as a result of your search, which one do you think is more probable? From the articles I have seen.
It's hard to draw a clear conclusion. Impeachment.
It's a legal decision, so I think it's better to watch the death a little longer. You don't answer about vague things.
Politics and legal issues have so many variables.
It was hard to say for sure, but if you keep paying attention, things will become clearer. All right. Then the Prime Minister was dismissed by Tan.
Prime Minister.
There was a time when he was removed from office after the decision to be impeached. Then, in my view, President Yoon Suk-yeol will also be dismissed?
The possibility is open, but the Constitutional Court's judgment.
We'll have to wait and see for sure. Let's see how things go. All right. Get in. In this way, now that I'm having a conversation, everything remains as a text as it is. It all comes out. And I think the answers that are more ambiguous than I thought were set up to be well controlled. Anyway, you can search for the latest articles and the latest content and let me know.
What do you think of this opinion? If you ask me about this, or because public functions are developing these days, young people are like that. There is psychological counseling, a lot of things like this.
It will be a voice function. So please try to complain to him. For example, my daughter made me feel bad. There are cases like this, but what should I do? Then he will be very sympathetic and comforting. Give it a test. Then I can explain it like this. Please be quiet. Please be quiet when recording. In particular, I had two voice modes a while ago, and when I looked at them a while ago, they just came out in light blue. The one that came out in light blue is called Advanced Voice Mode. In fact, free users can only talk about 10 times a day. And when the dog has finished talking 10 times, there will be a voice mode that is just white. But what is his restriction is that when he talks, he is talking. But I can't stop the conversation because I'm talking. So when he talks, cut off the conversation and use the ones that can talk naturally if you pay a lot of light blue. The one that can talk in white will be in normal sentence mode.